dude. Like, come here, my buddy Goldberg.
Whoa.
Yeah, Goldberg had put it on his screen. Like, check it out, and we're all watching that, dude. And it was just bad. So we couldn't. But
well, it's somebody that again doesn't know their self-worth and they're trying to prove it to you. Like, hey, look at me, put me on this, instead of just being secure and cool with who they are. And that's really what this is all about.
So do you do this now regularly, like every day? This is your job? You have a studio, or how
I have an office. Yeah, I have an office over by Blossom Athletic Center. Okay. So I actually started doing my healing in the Jokesters Comedy Club.
Oh, like you did?
Before I closed it down. So
really?
Yeah, I was doing healings out of there. When I closed Jokesters, I didn't know where I was going to go. And then boom, this opportunity just happened for me. And I have an office over there. And I'm also a shaman practitioner. I'm a mentor and coach. So I also help people learn everything that I learned that took me like a whole year of just research and study. And I compress it into 21 days and give them the best of the best and help guide them so that they have the knowledge to kind of go through life themselves and know like, okay, is this something that is causing me to be triggered because of something that happened to me in the past? Am I like over exaggerating over the situation? What can I do now to bring it back so it doesn't get stored in my body? Because if it gets stored in my body, I'm going to have injury. And if I have injury, that this can formulate into something bigger later.
So you're like a therapist, like a psychologist. You get into their head and their body.
Well, I work from a soul level. I like to say I work from a soul level, but yeah. And
what do you mean you work from a soul level?
It's
from
the
inside out.
It's a very spiritual practice. So like I can look at you and I've talked to people that I'm like, oh yeah, and I see a vision, but once I actually go in and see their soul, it's not the same as sometimes of what their body or the personality.
Yeah.
It doesn't match. And so I actually work with the angels. So I work with the spiritual conscience of what's going on. So if somebody comes in, you don't have to be religious, because I don't really like the word religion because it's like textbook and that can get like construed in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But it is a spiritual practice. So you have to believe there's something out there, there's a creator of some sort. And if you don't agree to that in the session, then I can't really work with you, because it does assist me and does help me. And that's why I keep my practices very strong and myself in a good place every day to be able to give that to my client.
Also, it'd have to be weird. Somebody's like, what are you doing? This isn't working. What is this the whole time?
Yeah.
Because they don't believe in anything.
Yeah, they don't believe in the process. Yeah, exactly. And some people don't want to be healed. They feel like if they are healed, they lose their identity. If somebody that's always like sick or something, and then now they're healed, like, who am I? And I went through some of those stages, not, being the victim, but where I had to like figure out who I was, because I was drinking heavily. I knew, I've stopped drinking now, but through a period of time, I lost myself through drinking, and that's all I knew. And I only knew to go to work and to grind and to be around these people.
Yeah, and to party. Party.
Because I was like, I'm making more money if I do that, because I'm doing this with it, and so I had to like completely switch identities, and that was scary. I'm not gonna lie, but when you have somebody assisting you and that's been through it, I think it helps. So yeah.
Yeah, I've quit drinking recently too. Okay. I'll have a drink.
Yeah.
But no more than 2 beers.
He didn't shit the bed. He did piss the bed.
I peed it. Yeah, I peed it.
You pissed the bed.
I peed the bed.
That was it. That was your straw. Like, done.
Yeah, and a lot of other shit.
Too many Dos Equis.
There was a lot of shit, but no physical shit.
Tequila, Dos Equis. Is that what you drink? I can't remember. He drinks vodka.
Tequila and
I
Bud
remember
Light.
you guys.
Yeah. It was tequila and Bud Light, man. 2 bottles of tequila.
I remember you guys.
That was bad. Yeah. So
okay, it was fun though. We had some fun times. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. But I can't drink like that anymore, and I don't. It's very unbecoming of the person, the goals that I have in my life.
Good for you.
And
awesome.
Getting all fucked up and being hungover.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't even drink all week. I would drink a beer on Saturday night.
Yeah.
And I would drink like 6, 7 beers, 2, 3, 4 shots of tequila. And Sunday would be kind of like, I don't feel like doing shit. I just don't feel like, because I'd stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning doing this.
Right.
And then I'm like, you know what? I don't want to waste my Sundays anymore. Yeah. I don't want to even feel like this, because I work out 4 or 5 times a week.
What?
Just old man workout, push-ups, dips, the band, different kettlebell,
the lawnmower.
No, not those.
That's old man workout right there. Hey, what are you talking about? I painted the side of the house. Let's work out.
Yeah, no, I went to the mall and walked around Crossroads. No.
Shit, that's me.
In my Crocs.
I got my steps.
No. If you do anything in your Crocs, it's not a workout, bro. Okay? No.
So if I watch TV and I just march in place to get my steps, that doesn't count as a workout?
That doesn't count.
That doesn't count, bro. So I skate still, you know, I ride a skateboard.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
I ride a skateboard and I ride BMX bikes and I play handball.
But that helps with your creativity too, even for the comedy. It keeps it going. Yeah.
A story, you never know when someone's going to get shot at the handball court and I'd have a good story, you know.
You never know. You never know.
You never know. When I'm at the ditch and it's me, I'm 53 and these kids out there are like 12 at the ditch, you know, and I'm like, get out the way, kid. And we're at the ditch, you know. So you never, but I mean, I do all of this stuff, and I have a 13-year-old granddaughter. Oh, yeah, you know, my 33-year-old.
Congratulations.
Yeah, well, I didn't have her. Believe me, it wasn't planned.
I know.
My 33-year-old son is in prison. You know, again, and so I got to be there. And some days I'm like, I'm supposed to pick her up, or she wants me to pick her up, and I'm just like, maybe we'll do something on Monday. You know, because I feel like shit. You know, and I know I'm gonna be no fun. Right. So I don't even want to be that person anymore.
Oh, good for you.
I'm not going to say that I'm not going to go out and have a drink one night if I knew I was going to lay up Sunday anyway because that's what we're on vacation somewhere.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
fine. But I'm not that person that just wants to be out drinking just because it's beer 30.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah, I don't do that.
No,
I'm getting too old. You know, 60s creeping up.
I know. You always look so young to me. When you would say that on stage, I was like, oh my gosh.
60s.
And you've been drinking that way and you still look like that. That's pretty good.
I spent a lot of years in prison sober too.
Okay. Okay.
Just working out.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But my time in the Navy though made you drink like getting ready for prison.
Yeah.
You know, you wanted to just.
Man, I'm surprised. Taking or taking ayahuasca has to be similar to taking acid in prison, what he did.
What? They had acid in prison? Are you being funny?
We wasn't on commissary or anything like that, but somehow I found some in there.
What?
Yeah, I think they put it in my food on
That's even scarier.
But
wow, that's crazy.
But I mean, but I don't know. I would be scared to do ayahuasca.
A lot of people.
Because I've done shrooms. Have you ever done shrooms?
No, but I'm researching it right now. Okay, that's next.
A lot of people are microdosing shrooms now.
Yeah. A microdose is 0.2, not 1 gram. I found that out.
And you know what's weird though with shrooms though? You almost have to take too much to know how much is enough. Because like like you said, you kept going back and taking another shot. Or like, because I've done that. One time we bought like there was 5 of us, I think 4 or 5 of us in Austin at my friends, and so we bought 5 grams, which was 5 doses of mushrooms.
Yeah.
And we put it in a coffee pot and we boiled the water and then we made grape Kool-Aid. We made grape Kool-Aid and we poured like 5 cups. There was still a little bit in there and we poured 5 cups and then we drank it and we're like, I don't feel it. Let me drink the rest. And they're like, I'm not feeling it. Let me drink, and then we scooped the shrooms out of it.
Oh, wow.
And ate them. And then it was like, like, dude.
Oh, my God.
And then it punched me in the face and we were fucking tripping. Like the whole plan was to take the shrooms and go out to 6th Street.
Oh, my God.
Well, and we took the shrooms, I'm talking like at 2, 3 in the afternoon.
Wow.
Thinking we'll go out around 6 or 7, start having a few beers, and then we'll go into the clubs around 8, 9. Nah. Dude, midnight, we're all in the fucking apartment, like, dude, just tripping balls, dude. And back then, remember when everyone used to put the screen burst on their screensaver?
Yes, yeah.
We watched that for a good couple of hours, dude. Like, come here, my buddy, Goldberg. Whoa. Yeah, Goldberg had put it on his screen. He was like, check it out. And we're all watching that, dude. And it was just bad. So we couldn't, but then I've done shrooms where you're like, I didn't do enough. Like you want to see the walls melting. You want to
feel a little wave, but you're like, damn,
you want to see the cartoon.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to see, but and when you don't do enough, you're like, I wasted it.
Yeah,
I wasted it because I did take some about a month and a half ago. I went to the coast and I had some. It's weird because I work in the tattoo industry.
Yeah,
a lot of tattoo artists fuck with that stuff.
Yeah.
I go and they're like, hey, bro. This is on me. Here you go. These are hydroponic shrooms. These are these shrooms. And they give me, and I just waited till I had a good amount. and then I didn't want to take them all.
You were saving it?
Yeah, shrooms don't really go bad, I don't think.
No, but they just dry out and taste worse.
It don't matter. I know what they're going to taste like anyway. They already taste horrible, but you just chase it down with a beer, whatever, they're gone. And I didn't take enough. It was weird because they gave me the chills where I kind of like you said, like that whole tense up thing.
Yeah.
Where I was.
Did you keep burping?
No, I didn't keep burping, but I got sleepy. One thing, it's weird. It gets me real sleepy. Do you get all sleepy when you take the ayahuasca? Is that how you go into your?
Yeah, you do. But yeah, I mean.
Well, that's what it makes you feel like you need to poop.
Yeah.
You're
shaking and you're like, oh.
Because at some point, it makes you just kind of go like, oh man, those shrooms aren't kicking in, but they're kicking in, and it's the beginning of it, and you're like, I think I need to poop and go to bed. You know, like that's what it feels.
And then you're in bed all.
and then you go lay down.
I've had that. I've ate some edibles before and had that experience. Like what the?
I took shrooms one time and forgot I took shrooms.
Oh my god!
We ate shrooms at my apartment, and then everyone started doing stuff, and then people split. I'm gonna go. We're gonna meet up later, and so everyone split. And then my friend calls and is like, hey, dude, I'm going to get new tires for my car, man. I'm going to pick you up, dude. I'm in your neighborhood. Go with me. And I'm like, all right. So Matt Spence, from Expensive Rides with all those trucks, he comes and he picks me up. He's this rich dude. He picks me up. And we went to the place to get tires. And I remember I'm outside. And I guess the shrooms started to kick in. And I forgot I took them. Because I was just like, dude, all of a sudden, like, and I'm one of those people that doesn't poop outside anywhere.
Oh,
it has to be at home.
Oh, you drive home.
I've been in class.
He has to have the right toilet paper.
I had to have the right toilet because not only was it at home, it's at home at the upstairs restroom too. Because I would run in and run up the stairs and make it to the restroom upstairs.
How cute!
But so I wouldn't go anywhere. So like I've driven from SAC up in the Moody building on the 6th floor, ran down the stair, all the escalators across this 3 blocks to my car, jumped in my car, drove all the way home, and then ran upstairs to poop.
Oh my gosh.
But I took him, and when we got there, all of a sudden I felt like, dude, I gotta poop. And I was like, oh no, not out here. Like it's going. And so I tell the dude, hey man, can I use your restroom? And their restrooms at this place was like the employee restrooms. Mm-hmm. So they took me into the employee restroom. And I sat there. No, I just sat there. And I remember reading the walls and looking at everything and these numbers and people and thinking, like, why would they write that? And then, dude, and I didn't even poop. And I was like, I don't even have to poop. And I came out and the store was closed.
Oh, my God.
I must have sat there for like, it was already getting late when we got there because we were trying to get there, remember, before it closed.
That's so funny. So you were that guy.
I must have been there for like an hour and a half.
Oh my gosh.
And I came out and all the lights were off. And it was closed. And I was like, oh shit. And I didn't know how to get out of there. And I started, hello. I started screaming, dude. I'm in a maze in the back too. And I'm like, nah, hello. And this dude's like, hello. And I was like, yeah, dude, I'm over here. And he comes, what are you doing? I was like, I was in the restroom, dude. Y'all, I guess y'all closed. And he was like, oh, I didn't even know you were here. I forgot. And so they take me out, my friends outside on the phone. He's like, dude, where were you? I was like, bro, I was in the restroom. Like, where? He was like, I was calling everywhere looking for you. I didn't even know you. I was like, and we went home. And
you want to go back to that restroom?
Yeah.
The floor, I remember them getting me home and sitting on the sofa, and the floor was straight down. Like, if I would have got up, I was falling straight down.
Wow.
So I sat there until the floor like leveled up and it got up.
Now I can walk.
Yeah, until it finally got where I could walk on it. But that's what the shrooms did to me. And then this last time I took them, I got the chills.
Yeah.
Where it didn't, I was like on the bed. And my girl fell asleep.
Yeah.
She went to sleep and I took them.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm on the bed like locked up like trying to, I was like, what the fuck? It sucked. And it was it was so hot. I just went out on the balcony all naked, just and thawed out.
Were you were hot? Like, cause that's what happened.
I was
cold.
Oh, you were cold.
I was cold and I had to go outside and get in the heat to thaw out.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Because when you're cold, you're like at a higher spiritual consciousness.
You
should try meditating instead of like.
Really? I didn't know that.
Well, you know what I do though? I do like when part of my workout is a lot of stretching.
Yeah.
And I do try to do at least 150 to 200 or more push-ups every time.
Yeah.
and then when I'm done, I'll get there like on my knees, like, and I guess and I'll stretch out and I'll just kind of like meditate.
Okay.
But
I mean, with the shrooms, you should do it with the shrooms. Meditate with the shrooms.
I think I can meditate because it's putting me. I'm thinking of jokes. I'm not.
Well, don't fight it. Don't fight it. Go with that part at that time.
Yeah, I mean, I do try to do that, but
you'll get messages too.
Yeah.
It doesn't really make me go, I'm shrooming. I'm just on this boat. It doesn't. I'm just kind of like going, dude, this would be a funny story. And I'm thinking of being on stage and I'm active. Okay. I'm an active dude.
If you meditate, you become an antenna to whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Out there.
Yeah, exactly.
And don't do mushrooms with. I did it as a joke, but don't do mushrooms with somebody who's like
a bad mojo.
Because they'll put something in your subconscious and you won't know.
Yeah, no. Well, that's everyday life too.
Yeah, but especially
when you're on that medicine,
and you'll be like, where did this idea come from? You'll think it's yours.
Yeah, exactly.
Yours.
Well, acid is what does that to me. Acid puts me in that very. You could suggest anything, and I'll start believing. Like what the fuck, know, and that's when I'll run off. Like I think on acid, I get more conspiracy theorist. Mm. I think like all kinds of weird shit's going on when I take acid.
Right.
But now I really haven't done acid and it's been like hours. So no, I mean,
it's all big.
That explains it.
No, but I haven't taken acid. I don't feel very safe about the stuff that's going around.
Right. Yeah, I heard.
Anyway, like I don't do coke. I've never done a line of coke in my life. No. I won't.
I've been offered several times, but I've never done it.
I used to sell the shit. But when I was younger and stupid, a little bit here and there, and I never did it because I saw my friends get whacked out on it. The 80s was the 80s and early 90s was a whacked out cocaine era of my friends. I saw a lot of my friends go off the deep end. Yeah. Heart attacks at young ages.
Crazy.
And survive heart attacks.
Yeah.
Hold people hostage at parties.
Right.
Pull out a gun or a knife. No one's leaving. Everyone get your hands out of your pockets.
I could tell people were coked out at the club. I mean, they start acting crazy. They would like start fights and they get angry. And it was just like.
I didn't even know coke was a thing again, but one time I did a show. I featured. I featured for Victor Speedy Gonzalez.
Oh gosh, what happened?
No. I featured for Victor, and then after
you featured.
Yeah, Victor. It was the first time we both went, and I was a feature, and Victor was a headliner.
Okay, that was before I was doing the booking, right?
I don't know who booked it.
Okay.
But I featured, and Victor headlined because when I came off the stage and sat in that corner,
I don't remember Victor ever headlining.
That was when I was booking.
Okay.
And I was sitting in that corner by the bar little thing, kind of unwinding, and there was these two cute little girls. I remember they came in. And they were sitting over by the front, and one of them comes up to me and says, "Hey, you were funny. Can I buy you a shot?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay." And she was like, "Is that your girlfriend over there?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Well, does she want a shot too? I'll buy her a shot too." And I was like, "Okay." So we had to come out there and go into the other bar to get the shot. And then she goes, "Well, really, my friend was the one that really liked you. She wants to meet you too. Can she come take a shot with us too?" And I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "Well, hold on. Let me go call her." So she goes and calls her friend over. So now there's two girls and my girl, and we all take a shot. And then the girl's like, "You tell him." No, you ask him. The girls are telling each other this. And my girl's kind of looking at him. And I was like, I'm kind of looking at him. I was like, yeah, they're going to. And then so she's like, "No, you ask him. They go, no, ask her. And ask her. And I ask her, and they go, "Yeah, come in." She's kind of, and they pull her over and they start whispering in my girl's ear. And she's looking right at me like this, and they're whispering in her ear. And she's going, "Oh, no. Oh, no. Hold on, ask me. Don't say no, ask me. Ask me." And then she was like, "Oh, they want to know if you know where to get some cocaine." And I was like, "No." I was like, "Didn't y'all hear me? I smoke weed." Like,
But do you get that? Did you get that a lot? Because you do talk about drugs in your segment.
I do. I get offered it.
Yeah.
But these girls wanted to party and they wanted to know if I
thought it was going to be a threesome or foursome.
I was just like, what are y'all asking here? And so then they were like, okay. So then
but if you would have got the cocaine, maybe.
Yeah. So then I bought them, I bought them a beer because they bought us shots, and I bought them a beer and whatever. And then they kind of sat down and they kind of like scooted, and then we just went our separate ways. We were going to go somewhere. And then my other friends were there, and they were like, "What were those girls asking about?" And my girl was like, "They thought Edward could get him cocaine. He thought they were flirting with him, but they weren't."
Like, all right, calm down.
If you weren't here, we would have went and got cocaine. Goddamn.
No, that sounds about right. The jokesters the first year,
But I was just like, I didn't know that. and I'm hearing it more and more often, is that these young, I'm talking, they were late 20s. They're probably about almost 30 years old.
Oh, the older ones though too. They're way into that because they've been doing it for years.
I know when Vernon, when we all caught COVID.
Did you?
Yeah, 9 of us did, and my
Somebody
friend died.
was like telling me that was after a show, right?
We all caught it.
And your friend passed away. Mm-hmm. Okay, somebody told me that, and I was like, I don't.
Yeah, it was for my buddy's birthday, and his wife set it all up. And was like, we've been wanting to see one of your shows, and that weekend is Robert's birthday, and let's throw a surprise. I'm going to take him over there.
He did pass away.
No, not him though. He's not the one that died. That wasn't his, but he went, and so all of my old friends showed up.
Yeah, I remember.
Showed up, and actually 2 of them passed away. And it was my friend Vernon, who I've known since about 7 years old. He caught it. And
I'm super sad.
And his cousin's wife caught it too.
Oh wow!
But there was 9 of us that caught it, and I'm a fucking Viking. I don't know. I swam in Woodlawn Lake when I was a kid. I went and got the Johnson & Johnson shot. And
then I got it from him.
Yeah. Then I did. Yeah. Then I did the podcast with Speedy Gonzalez here the next Wednesday, and before I had any symptoms, Thursday morning is when I came down with it. And then he tested positive for it right after that.
So you think it's from that show?
It was from that show. 9 of us got it. And there was one dude, check it out, one guy.
Because I never got it. Or none of my staff or anybody.
Well, one of my friends at that show made sure that he was in contact with every single person there because he was trying to give everyone Coke. He was one of those drunk dudes that shakes everyone's hands 1,000 times. And he kept kind of, you want to do a bump? You want to do a bump? Hey, guy, no, dude, don't want to fucking do a bump. Get the fuck out of my face. And he kept all night long. Every friend, he rubbed COVID on every surface in there. And this fucker didn't even catch it. He killed it with all the cocaine he was doing. And then,
it can't stick to the inside of his nostrils.
Yeah, and then, but the 9 of us that were at the show, we all got it. And
that's crazy.
Yeah, and then my friend Vernon died, and about 6 months later, his cousin died. His cousin.
And they were both at the show, or
yeah, yeah. And
oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Because I had it, and it really didn't do much to me. I had it for like 2-3 days, and then I gave it to him. I didn't want it anymore. I gave it to Josh.
I thought I was gonna die.
Yeah, he thought he was. He called.
I got double pneumonia.
He called me, and I rushed over here to take him to the emergency room.
Yeah. That is insane.
Instead, I bought him a Gatorade and gave him some bananas.
Cucumber Gatorade.
Wow, that's great.
That's what saved him.
What I did, my uncle was like, because I couldn't breathe. He was like, if you try to breathe underwater with a straw, like you have a straw poking underwater, and then every once in a while somebody squeezes the straw, and it's harder to breathe.
Wow.
My uncle's like, you need to go outside. So I go outside, and then I started doing like pouring cold water on myself, and then let the heat hit me.
Yeah, that was good that you did that.
Shock myself out of it, and I ended up just getting double pneumonia.
Wow.
Yeah. So
see, that's crazy. When the bars first shut down, I had got it. But then when I started like my spiritual healing practice and I was like in a good place, I was around other people that had it and never got it.
Yeah, same with me.
It was just crazy. But
you're healthy.
Yeah, because I was super healthy. Yeah, and mentally as well. I don't think it's just a physical thing. It's mental as well.
Mentally brings down your immune system.
Yeah,
if mental health
exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm so surprised that I didn't know that happened. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, and that's why
I knew you had a friend that passed away.
Yeah,
I saw that, but I had no idea that it was at that.
And you know what? He drove himself to the emergency room 5 times. 4 times they sent him away saying, go back, because he wasn't an overweight guy. He was built like me, like he was older. He was 50 years old, but he didn't look old. He was a guy he was healthy.
Wow.
And he went to the hospital, and they kept sending him away saying, no, you're fine. It's these big fat sickly people that we have to worry about that's filling up the hospital. Right, and he didn't look like that.
Right.
So the 5th time he went in there, and he dropped dead with blood clots in his lungs.
Whoa.
Right there in the hospital in front of him.
Wow. In front of them.
So that's what, and it's crazy because one of my other friends who was there, the dude doing coke, these other dudes that were doing coke with him, this big old fat dude who's missing half of his foot.
Wait a minute, you made it seem like all these people are doing coke. I think it's just your friends.
It was all my friends doing coke, man.
Thank you, Josh.
They called it cokesters, not jokesters.
Well, when you went,
Good thing that place goes down. Be raided tomorrow.
but yeah, they were all doing, they were all old party dudes and all that, and they're going to the restroom back and forth with this dude. Yeah. Dude's missing half of his foot from doing drugs and all this shit. And he's got diabetes and all this shit. Got right over it. Like,
it's just different, I think, for everybody.
Just so, and then my girl just got over it last week for the third time.
Oh.
And I haven't caught it.
I'm just kidding.
No, but I haven't caught it. I tested negative the whole way. Like, I was just like,
yeah.
But like I said, I got the Johnson & Johnson. They don't even make a booster for the Johnson & Johnson because they didn't expect me to survive that shot. That. So they didn't even make a booster for it.
Well, I'm glad they didn't, because my friend's dad passed away within 24 hours after he got the shot.
Of the Johnson & Johnson?
Yes.
See?
Yeah.
I made it.
Yeah. And he put it on Facebook and they
took it off.
Yeah. Yeah,
well,
it's crazy. But anyway, I have a whole thing with the
vaccination.
The vaccination.
Yeah. I have a friend that's paralyzed right now, and no one will say 100% that it's the vaccination, of course, but every doctor kind of says out the side of their mouth like, lawyer. and that's like, who? That's why he keeps going.
Not if you sign that waiver before you got the shot.
Yeah, because it's like if you die, like Yep. It's like
If you die,
see, that's why I got mine from Juan's son and Juan's son. There's Juan's two sons. They didn't say they
from Mexico.
Yeah, you got a free joint with it. Here you go, bro.
I got the monoclonal antibody thing.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, there was for a while. They had
the IV.
The IV. I went to the Freeman Coliseum.
Really?
My buddy Vernon went and got that too.
Did you get that after you had COVID or before?
Yes. You get it during COVID, right?
You have to get it in your first 10 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of being positive.
Okay, got you. Yeah.
But not HIV.
No, not that positive. But no, that helped a lot. That helped a lot.
HIV?
Really?
Not the HIV.
I miss AIDS. Dude. I ain't gonna lie. I miss AIDS, bro.
If that was the cure to COVID, that time would you've done it?
It was the cucumber Gatorade. It was the cure.
Because he called me and says, "Bro, I gotta go to the emergency room. I can't breathe. And so I was like, fuck. I was laying there like I was off. It was a Monday morning, right?
Yeah.
I jumped up. I'm off on Monday. I jumped in my car. I'm hauling ass over here to take him to the emergency room, and he tells me, I don't think I want to go to the emergency room. I think I'm just freaking myself out. I just need to calm down.
Yeah, George goes, you're having a panic attack. Pour water on yourself.
Wow.
I heard pour cold water on yourself.
You should have got in an ice bath.
All those years of medical school that George went through, he told him to...
Oh, really? He went to school?
No. Exactly. So
I was like,
So I almost found Josh dead in the backyard pouring water on himself.
Yeah, I was in the back in underwear puting cold... bottled water on myself.
That's what George told him.
Oh my God, do you have a house video?
No.
Oh,
George
can we
said, get in your underwear. He said, get in your underwear and go in the backyard.
Awesome.
Like having a pat straight up. But it's because I couldn't breathe, which made me scared.
Yeah.
And so I started
that is scary when you can't breathe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, of course. Yeah.
I'm dying.
I looked up Wim Hoffman breathing exercises.
Oh, you should do breathing exercise anyway.
So Wim Hof.
Wim Hof?
Hof.
No, I looked up Hoffman.
That's someone else.
Like, hey, you just breathe in and out.
This is breathe. I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. No, but it was weird because you can go, and it was the same noise, same feeling, but it was like your lungs wouldn't take the air in.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah, I've heard other people having those type of experiences. So do you do breath work now? Is it still affecting you, like your lungs?
No, it didn't affect me anymore. But I did. I would say 24 hours straight. It was like somebody put a gun to your head and said, run. And you can't stop running because if you start that. And so I was doing those breathing exercises and I passed out in here.
Yeah.
And when I woke up, I had one of those little whatever on your finger to check your heart rate or whatever.
Wow.
And it went down to 70.
Wow.
And apparently under 90, you're supposed to go to the ER.
Yeah.
And my hands were blue because I had passed out. I wasn't breathing. And then so I just started I went, took a big breath again and started doing the breathing exercise over again. But man, I was exhausted, like just super tired from that.
Well, I think, and that just kind of I think that was like teaching you a lesson too. Like everything in life teaches you a lesson.
I saw Slender Man.
Yeah.
I saw a big, whatever it was, big, tall, and I'm freaking out that I'm seeing it. And then
that was Bobby Smith.
He
was in his underwear too.
But I guess the same thing. I was just like, well, fuck it. Kill me, fucking kill me then. Yeah. Let's do it. Fucking kill me. I remember being that way.
Yeah, you had your own ego death.
Oh,
yeah,
it was the COVID death.
It was the ego COVID death. Wow, it's like you don't even have to do ayahuasca.
No, it was one of those. Yeah, changed my. outlook on life.
Did you catch COVID?
That's awesome.
Did you catch COVID? I mean, not COVID, the flu anyway. Did you used to get the flu?
No.
I don't know.
I've always been an extremely healthy person.
I got the flu when somebody put a little bad juju on me. That's what, yeah.
But other than that, did you? That's the only time you catch the flu?
I haven't had the flu since I was a little kid.
Yeah, I don't ever catch the flu either. I don't get the flu.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I get mad. I get bad juju though, but I don't.
No. She went like this in front of me. She went, ooh, you're gonna get sick. Went like that. Because I told her I didn't feel that well, and then the next day, fever, 7 days straight. Over 100 fever.
Which was
like
this?
A family member?
No, it's a comedian. I texted her and I was like, hey, whatever you did, take it off because I've been sick for 7 days. And then she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I take it back. Da, da, da. Oh and then 2 days later, no more fever.
Well, tell Tori to quit putting those
it wasn't Tori.
Voodoo on you.
It wasn't Tori. It was another newer comic.
Now you know you can come to me and I can
but
heal you.
I know that's in my head, but also I'm very weird. Like, don't be around me. I don't want.
Yeah, it's almost like when you're watching a scary movie and like they have The Exorcist. It's like you don't believe it. You don't believe it. You don't believe it. It's the same kind of thing.
But at the same time, you're like, get away.
You
from
can't.
me.
Yeah. Get away from me, but don't believe it. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna do our commercials.
We can do it.
Get Adam later.
Yeah, we can add him.
Hey, so what's in the future for Marsha Mahaffey?
Oh well, yeah. So if people like really know me, I don't really ever do anything small. Everything is always like big and extravagant, you know? So, you know, my goal is I really want to help people. I feel like all the trauma in my life that has happened to me and everything that I went through was for nothing unless I can do something with that. And so it's given me the power and the strength to do that. And one of the things I love most in this world is just to see my clients happy. But I know I need to do it because all of the things have led me in my life up to where I am right now. And motivational speaking is going to be something very huge for me. So I'm starting a YouTube channel myself as well. And just to get the word out so people feel a little bit more safe with the holistic healing versus what they've seen in the movies that scare them.
Yeah.
So motivational speaking is one of them, but I'm also helping heal people through REIKI, access bars, shamanic practitioner. I can do, I can help people that if they think that they're going to go in for surgery, I can help their physical body. And so I'm just going to continue to build my craft and continue to add more practices and certifications in the meantime while I'm building all of this stuff. And then I might open up a center. I might do something,
no more clubs.
The thing is when I close, I had people come to me like, do you want to open a club with me? You want to partner other bar owners? You know, maybe in the future I do. It's
never say never.
You know, I won't be involved. I won't be there every day, but, you know, in the comedy scene that might come around again for me. You know, I might do something, you know, related to that in the future, but that's not my focus. If you're doing
motivational speaking, you're not a far step from doing stand-up comedy.
You know, so many people have said that to me.
Yeah, it's not a long leap. It sure isn't.
It isn't, but you know, if I can incorporate, a little bit of humor in this speech, but my goal is not really, you know, it's not about being famous. It's really about like getting the word out to help people. And that's really, but when you add something funny, it keeps their interest, you know?
So if someone wanted to get a hold of you now to look into what you can do for them, how would they get a hold of you?
Well, right now I am in the process, like this is like super new, but, because my website is actually being worked on by my graphic designer. That's a comedian. Thank God for that world. Mm-hmm. So it should be up in about a couple of weeks. I Love Me Center .com is my website. I am also on Instagram at loveislight22. Loveislight22. And I'm on Facebook, obviously. I think I'm almost at my max on Facebook followers, but I do have the fan page. So yeah.
I don't want to be famous over here. I think I'm at my max.
I mean, I was going out to a lot of clubs, meeting people. Let's just say that, but marketing. But yeah, so I Love Me Mentor and Coach is the name of my business. So I'm getting up on Google, and that's my page. Love is Light, and so I do inspirational quotes that I try to post something inspirational very randomly for people, and it's inspirational in a way of something that has healed me. So it's usually something deep. Right there is a list of everybody I prayed for. So I set good intentions intentions. I ask people like, hey, who wants me to pray over them? And those are all the people that send me there on social media. And I'll probably do something like that again, just to continue, like just helping healing people that a lot of people that, you know, are too prideful sometimes. They don't want to, but some people will, you know, so everybody needs it. It doesn't matter who you are. Yeah. Nobody's perfect. Even I need it.
When my son gets out of prison,
I would love to. Yeah.
I would like to take him over to.
Please. Yeah. I would love to help him. And
he stopped listening to me a long time ago. Maybe you could talk to him and maybe get in his head.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I feel like I have enough life experiences to be able to relate to people like that. So yeah.
So is the ultimate goal at the end of this for you to be a shaman as well?
I'm a shaman practitioner.
What does that mean?
Okay. So I always get like, because it's so hard to explain what exactly I do. So I work a lot with the earth. So like even in the mornings, I actually, not cocaine, I snort tobacco. I snort tobacco, which is extreme, but it like balances it out right before meditation. So I work with Mother Gaia, but what that means is like I can do extensive energy work. So I could do like psychic surgeries. So like if you were gonna go, like I could fix like broken arm or like something, you know, major or whatever, I can go in there and do that. So I just work in a deeper spiritual conscious than the regular healer. So if there was like an exorcism, I can go to that level. And basically I'm just transferring the dark energy and bringing the light in. So some people have too much dark in them, and then
Is it similar to what a medium does?
Not really.
No, it
not
isn't.
really.
I didn't think so.
Not really, because I don't really consider. I mean, the medium will talk to the dead. That's what the mediums do. They talk to the dead. Now, when I'm in a session, like I may.
But you're not a medium, though.
I'm not a medium. I'm not gonna. I went to this event and they're like, "Can you tell me my future and this and that?" And I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. Like it's just.
You're
whatever.
like, bitch, you're about to get hit.
Like I know that's maybe what your vision, but so many people are so confused about what I do, and so that's why I appreciate you allowing me to be here. And I'm trying to get my YouTube channel out and the content so it's more clear and understandable to people, because it is something that's done from a very loving perspective. And in that moment where I'm working on somebody and I'm like working with the angels, boom, I might hear like a grandma come in or like somebody else. That does happen, or see your aura, because I'm already connected to that spiritual realm already. Okay. And ayahuasca gave me that really good extension to that realm.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I definitely would like to learn more about it. I'd like to see, have you back on here in like about a year.
Yeah.
Next year. And
let me write down all my manifestations.
See what you're doing.
Boom.
And then come back in here and see what's changed and what, what's going on.
What's changed with you too in a year? Let's get this together. Where are you going to be at in a year?
Josh, because, we're working on a lot of things. I'm trying to put my special out.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Yep. Josh is filming a special coming up.
Wow, that's so awesome.
Taking different steps, leaps and bounds in here in our comedy careers.
Yeah. No, that's amazing. And let me know in any way if you need anything from me as well. Yeah.
Well, it's been good talking to you, Marsha. Yeah. I really enjoyed this. I missed the club, man. Missed the jokesters.
I miss my people. That's who I miss.
Yeah, that's
I miss the good people.
Yeah,
the good people.
Downtown anymore to do comedy. There's nothing.
Over there, there's nothing.
I know, and that does break my heart. I do feel a certain, like, people will randomly message me, "I miss you. I miss you." They were like,
you killed downtown, Marsha. just want to let you know. We passed by jokesters.
You took the place of River Center.
Yeah. It took a while. Yeah, I did, but.
The place is still empty, though. It's still empty.
Is it still empty? I don't even know. I haven't even.
I passed by there. I'm going to pass by there today because there's a tattoo shop that I go to into the void right around the corner.
Really?
My friend opened up that and.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
right in Southtown. Yeah.
And I pass by that all the time, and I just go, Marsha.
I'm glad that I can put some type of imprint on you in that time frame.
Well, thanks for coming out, Marsha. I really enjoyed this. I appreciate it. And if something new happens in your life, though, message me and you want to come back. I don't care if it's next month or whatever, and there's something new that you want, we'll just come up here and talk about it again.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for letting me be on your show.
Peace.